Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how can I make a script where the first to join a server will get Adonis admin head admin rank, and once they leave, a random person gets selected to have head admin. Alright, so first of all, we're going to be using _G API for Adonis admin. That way we can access the admin functions from our own scripts. So it's going to be server sided. Don't worry, there's not going to be exploiters, none of that client stuff, so don't worry about it. It's all going to be protected. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so first off, when you're on the Roblox homepage, go ahead and click on Create. I know you guys already know this, but if you're new to Roblox, this is the way to go. So you're going to go ahead and click on your profile over in the left-hand corner. These are all your groups. You can choose which group has Adonis admin in it, or you can choose your profile. I'm going to start with my profile. Go down to Creations. This is the same for groups, so if you have a group selected, it's going to be creations. But yeah, so you're going to go down to creations. If you don't have a game, go ahead and click experience. But if you do have a game, go ahead and find the game, hover over it, click on the pencil icon. It's going to open up Roblox Studio. You do need a laptop or a desktop for this, okay? If you're on mobile, sorry, you guys won't be able to edit your games, unfortunately. Probably go to the library, ask a friend if you can borrow their laptop or PC or whatever, and just log into your Roblox account. Alright, so now what we're going to do, since we have Roblox Studio open, you're going to open up Toolbox. If you don't have Toolbox open, usually people already have it open. If not, go ahead and click on the Home tab. You'll see Toolbox right over here. Click on it. It'll make it appear like magic. Make sure you have Explorer and Properties turned on. So this is Explorer. It shows workspace, players, lighting, all of that good stuff. Properties, so like all the settings for a part. So we're gonna go in Toolbox. Make sure you have the shopping bag selected because that's for marketplace. The filing cabinets is your inventory, so it's whatever you already have downloaded. So we're gonna go to the marketplace. Make sure you have models selected. Go ahead and click on search. I don't know why there's an image icon. Oh, you can upload to it. That's crazy. I did not know you could do that. Alright, so we're going to search Adonis admin, okay? And then make sure you have the real one. So the very first one is usually the real one. Make sure it says Epics Incorporated. That's the author. So make sure that's in your game. It's going to pop this up. Go ahead and click OK. And then it's going to put this model in your game. You don't want that in your game. But if you get rid of it, it's still going to keep the admin. It's just not going to have this model. So go ahead and click the drop down arrow. Click on thumbnail camera and press backspace or delete. And now the admin is invisible unless you have a setting that sends a notification letting people know, oh, there's admin in the game. Or if you have this little help button in the corner, you could turn that off if you don't want people knowing that you have admin, but you could also keep the warning or the help command so they can call an admin. So we're going to go ahead and open up config, go to settings, scroll all the way down. Don't touch anything unless you want to manually put in moderators and stuff. You can customize this however you want, but for this video, we're going to go straight to the G API, okay? So these are the _G API. There's not many YouTube videos on this, so listen very carefully. This is how you're going to use it, okay? So make sure this is turned on. That way you can be able to access it. And then make sure you turn this on, because if you don't have this turned on, all you'll be able to do, all it'll give you access to, is to check the admin of a player. It won't let you give admin, okay? And then if you turn this on, you are required to put in an access key, okay? So with this enabled, you need an access key. With it disabled, it's going to skip that, but you won't be able to do anything. So it cannot be example key. If you leave it as example key, it will not work. It'll say access denied or whatever. So make sure you put this random. Do not share this with anyone. But for this video, I'm just putting in a placeholder key. I'm going to change it after the video, because if you give people this key, they will be able to just like exploit admins whenever they want. So you don't want that. And this normally by default it will say read. You want to change it to write. If it's read only, you'll be able to like check their level and stuff, but you won't be able to like change who's the admin or not. Okay, so if you put it on write, you can actually give people admin. You won't be able to just see if they're admin or not. So make sure that's on write. And then you're gonna go down here. We're gonna look for data store. Make sure data store is set to true. And make sure admin is set to true, because the admin function relies on data store. But we're not going to be saving any data, but it does require it, so turn it on. Functions, turn this on just in case, and then you're all set. Alright, so now we're going to make our own script. So once that's all set, you're going to go into server scripts service, click on the plus, add a server script, get rid of hello world, and then we're going to say repeat. Alright, repeat task dot wait until _g dot Adonis. So that way you're waiting until it's loaded in the game, and then we're going to say local admin equals _g dot Adonis, so that way it's easier to access it. Then you're going to say local access equals admin dot access, and then we're going to put in our key. So we have to go back in the settings, scroll all the way down to the G API settings, and look for your key, access key. Copy that, and then we're going to go back to our script, insert that. At any time you guys can pause this video, but I'm also going to be giving you guys the script. It's going to be on my profile. It's also going to be in the description of this video, so make sure you guys check that out. And then the second parameter we're going to put in the table. Okay, so there's a bunch of tables. If you go into the settings, you can see all the tables. There's client, there's settings, there's data store, there's core. All of these that you're giving access to are tables. Okay, we're going to access the admin table. So we're going to go in here, we're going to say admin, because we want to access the admin table. And then you're going to say since we want to check if they are the first player to join the game, we're going to set a variable. Okay, so we're going to say first player equals nil. We're going to set it to nil, and then we're going to say game dot players. And be careful, because when you do this, like this whole thing is case sensitive. Okay, so if you have players like this lowercase, it's not going to work. So make sure it's capitalized. Alright, it is case sensitive. Same thing with connect. Alright, and then PLR for player for short, you know, and then say end. Alright, so now we're going to open this up. We're going to say, oop, I didn't mean to do that. I hate when it does that, bro. Alright, so now we're going to say if not first player. So if they're not the first player, we're going to set them to the first player. But we're also going to check. So we're going to say access check admin player. We're going to say if it equals false, then we're going to say first player equals player, and then we're going to give them admin. Okay, so then we're going to say access add admin, and we're going to say first player, and then the second parameter is going to be the rank. So you want to go back to settings and look for the admin ranks. So there's moderators, admins, head admins, creators, and we're going to do the level. So there's each level is different for each admin rank. So for head admin, in order to give them head admin, you want to type in 300, okay? You don't need to put in the, what are they called? Quotation marks. You don't want to put in the quotation marks because it's going to be a number. So we're just going to type in 300. And then for the third parameter, is temporary. So it's either, so this is a boolean, so it's true or false. So you want to say true because we're only giving them temporary admin. So basically what temporary is when they join the server, they're going to get admin once they leave the server and they join back. So it removes, so right after they leave the server, it removes their admin. So they don't get admin when they rejoin. So that's what we want. And then, but if you say false, it's gonna permanently give them admin, so they're gonna have admin forever, okay, unless someone a higher rank removes their admin, but it basically saves their admin. So if you put true, it doesn't save, right? So if they leave the game and rejoin, it doesn't save. And then, so basically, this is going to give the first player admin, okay? Alright, now we're going to check for the player removing. So game.players. Player removing. Connect. Function player. Alright, so now we're gonna get all the players in the game. So we're gonna say local players equals game players get players. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna say if do that. If number of players equals 0, then return ends. Alright, so basically if there's no players, and then stop doing this to me. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now if there's no players, it's going to skip it, and then we're going to say local random player equals, and then we're going to say players math.random. We're going to pick the first one. We're going to pick one of the number of players that are still in the game, and we're going to give them admin, okay? We're going to say if access.check admin random player equals false, then We're going to say access add admin random player, and we're going to say 300 for head admin. We're going to say true for temporary, and then we're going to say end. Alright, so now so basically when the first person joins the game, we're going to give them a head admin, okay? It's only going to be temporary. Once they leave the game, they're going to lose admin, and then it's going to pick a random player that's still in the game, and then we're going to check if they already have admin. If not, we're going to give them temporary admin, and then if they leave the game, it's going to give another random person head admin, and then so on, okay? But if there's no players, it's not going to do any of this, okay? So it's going to do nothing if there's no players left in the game, alright? So I'm going to give you guys the code, and yeah, that's basically how you do this. We're going to click on Publish to Roblox, and then now it should work, okay? So if we test on an alt account, so I'm going to go in alt account. Do not use your main account, because if you use your main account, so listen carefully, if you use your main account, you'll always have admin. There's no way to get rid of that because you're a place owner. So you want to do two separate alt accounts if you want to test it, or have like a bunch of friends test it, see if it works. But yeah, it should work. So we're going to go in a test game. And I'm going to go ahead and join. And right when I join, I should automatically get head admin. As you guys can see, boom, we got head admin. So we can say admins. It's going to say I have head admin. Alright, so you can see it works. And now I'm going to join on another alt account. Alright, so just give me a second. Going on another alt account. And then I'm going to join on a third alt account, so that way you guys can see that this actually works. So if I go ahead and press refresh, he doesn't have admin, okay? Alright, I wanna test something. If I leave on this account and then I rejoin, I wanna see if it gives me admin again. Let's see if it gives me admin. No, see? So it's fully working. It's only once the first person to join the server, once I leave. So there's 2 more people in the server. It should have removed my admin. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's a bug. Alright, so there's a small bug. So right here, we're going to remove this part of the code. Alright. We're going to remove that part of the code. Because, yeah, why not? and then I'm gonna leave the game on both accounts. Alright, let's see. So as you can see, I have admin. Now watch this. Once I leave, I'm gonna check if that person still has admin. Yeah, they do. It should have removed their admin, so we gotta figure something out, because I don't know why it didn't remove their admin. So what we can do is we can say access remove admin first player, or we can set first player to nil, I think. Yeah, so say remove admin, and then it should take away his admin. So let's do another test. Alright, so last test, and it should be working. Alright, rejoin. Because this is supposed to be like temporary, okay? Alright, so now we're going to join again. Rejoin. Alright, so now if I leave the game, it's going to give one of them admin, and then if I rejoin, I shouldn't keep admin. See, I shouldn't have admin. This person has admin, so if we leave, another person should get admin. So it's probably going to be him. Yeah, there's a little bug. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe we have to remove it first. Or yeah, let me see. Oh, we gotta set it to nil again. Yeah, because if there's still players in the game, it's not gonna set it back to nil. So make sure you set it back to nil. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So now it should work perfectly. We're gonna join the server. The first person to join gets admin, as you can see. Then whenever another person joins, they won't have admin. So First player to join the game will have admin. Admins, as you can see, I'm the only admin in the game. Once I leave, it's going to give a random person admin. Let's see who else has admin. If it says you don't have permission, you didn't get admin. Huh. Okay, so we do have to remove it. So access, remove, admin, or actually we have a better idea. Just say access, remove, admin, player. Alright, so the person that's leaving. Alright, let's see if that works. Yeah, I don't know why there's so many bugs in this tutorial, but there shouldn't be any more bugs, okay? It should be fixed now. So I join, get head admin, another person joins. They don't have admin, then another person joins. They don't have admin, so I have admin. So let's go ahead and check. As you can see, I got admin. Now I leave. Now another person gets admin. So don't have permission on that account. Alright, so only one person has admin. So I'm going to rejoin on this account. So when I rejoin, since they're still in the server, if I say admins, I don't have permission. See? So now someone else is a chosen admin. So if the admin leaves the game, so it has to be the admin, okay? If the admin leaves the game, then a random person is going to get selected admin. So as you can see, I got admin again. Now it's only showing one person, so that's perfect. So it's working. So if I leave the game, let me rejoin on this account. So if I rejoin on that account, I'll still have admin, but they won't. So they won't have admin. But if I leave the game, so it's whenever the admin leaves the game, okay? It's gonna give a random person admin. So now if I rejoin, I don't have admin. See, I don't have admin, so that's basically how you do this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Smash a like, subscribe, and I will give you guys the link to this. So to fix this bug, what we had to add was this access.remove admin player. So the player that's removing or leaving the game is going to take away their admin, because for some reason the temporary was barely working. It was working a little bit, but it wasn't actually removing their admins, so we had to do this and it fixed the bug, okay? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and see you guys later. Peace.